Coming up next, the Nuggets take... Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. DA, take it.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Morris in at the three. And for the Nuggets, Ole is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Harrison in at the point. Now, here's George. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Here's Beverley. Feeds it to Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Rivers passes to Bull. Rivers kicks to Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Stolen away and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Rivers with it. Guarded now by Morris. Jokic, no good. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. Got a piece of it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Jokic against Zubac. And it's Jokic missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And here's Denver. Rivers finds Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Leonard inside. Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Tries yet again. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Porter. Finished off the break.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. It's blocked. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. The Clippers also making some changes. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Leonard with the bucket.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
The Nuggets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now, here's Porter. Cousins pulls it in.
The defender didn't block that dunk, but he changed it, and that's as good as a block.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
1:44 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Kennard. Outside, Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot. Jackson down low. Millsap covering.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Now Kennard. Oturu. The shot from the low post is good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Gordon. McGee inside. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson. The Nuggets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Here's Oturu. Back to Kennard. Millsap with the steal. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Najee passes to McGee. Jackson comes over with the double. The pass to Najee. Gordon with no one around. Tries again. Najee, good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Passes it to Kennard. It could go. And that one released in time, but no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Nuggets ahead. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback.
Old school basketball. You know?
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, they've got JaVale McGee, Paul Millsap out there with Michael Porter, and it's Rivers. Morris passes to Zubac, and there's the defensive 3-second call. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Pass to Harrison. Back to Rivers. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Here is Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Clippers trail by 3. From 13, George, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Austin Rivers, the son of a famed player and basketball coach Doc, making an impact in his league with his overall play.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Paul George. He hits the second from the line. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Rondo passes to Leonard. And an intentional foul right there. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. Paul Millsap is checked in for Rivers. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harrison. Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Now, here is Morris. Yep, it counts. And the Nuggets lead by 4. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson with it. High post Cousins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
DeMarcus Cousins owns this territory. Back to the basket or facing up. He's a terror on the inside.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. On the wing, Gordon. He dishes it to Millsap. Batum against Gordon. Pass to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Clippers trail. 1:58 left in the second quarter. Right side, Batum. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
To the inside. Jokic inside. Cousins is there. Fades back. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bull, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Rivers comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Morris. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in.
Coaches have raved about this. Cousins' ability to have active hands and come up with strips.
Rivers looking over the floor. Jokic against Cousins. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Back to Kennard. From 10 feet out. It doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Morris is checked in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Now, here's Bull. No points in the game yet for him, and the shot is good.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Now here's Rondo. Now the pass to Zubac with 4 seconds on the clock, and he comes up with the deuce. Zubac has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll be back right after.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the. That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Nuggets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg? Or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
Now, here's Leonard. Following the miss by Austin Rivers. Took him no time at all on that one. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Passes to Harrison. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And Jokic wide open. He shoots off target from 3-point range.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
And here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Morris outside. Clock at 4. Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Down low, Jokic, and he converts the layup. Jokic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
Pass to Zubats. Back to Beverly. Pass to Zubats. And Bull pulls it down.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Jokic inside, defended by George. And it's Jokic missing.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they dug this hole. And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now Leonard, 13 points in the game. To the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Morris with the bucket. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Jackson. Over in the corner, Cousins. Here's Oturu. No good there. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Kennard with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Cousins. Rebound by the Nuggets. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace is picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
Here's Kennard after the Nuggets pick up 2. Here's Cousins. It's rebounded by Najee. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Millsap attacking. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Cousins. And the basket by Oturu.
And right there you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
Morris kicks to McGee. Now here is Morris. Over Jackson. Shooting. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
We've got more NBA basketball coming your... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Clippers shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Michael Porter's out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Harrison in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. That one goes in.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Millsap. Ole comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Rivers in for Harrison. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Thank you, David. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac, no good.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And this is a guy who just naturally draws fouls at a very high rate. That time Porter takes him off the bounce.
The first free throw is good. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Zubac. Dishes to Morris. Back to Zubac. Outside, George. Leonard on the wing. Plenty of space. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Campazzo, and he makes good on the layup.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harrison's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Harrison kicks to Rivers. In the corner, Bull with it. Rivers passes to Harrison. Back to Rivers. Shot clock at 5 to take the lead. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
Monte Morris is checked in for Harrison. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. George looking over the floor. Inside, Jokic with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Orders running. Morris controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Morris has got it all tied up now for Denver.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
I wasn't sure they had enough time. What an amazing job to battle all the way back out of that huge hole.
Leonard kicks to Batum. Los Angeles with another miss. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Up again. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Leonard in position. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice to system.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And it's Leonard missing.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
He gets that one.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
George dishes to Leonard. 1:04 left to play in the final quarter. Jokic with the steal. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Good!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
George passes to Leonard. 44 seconds left in the game. Pass to Cousins to the left side wing. 5 on the clock. Leonard finds Cousins. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Huge bucket by DeMarcus. The big man loves the big moment.
Denver calls timeout. They're ahead by 2. 32 seconds left in the fourth. We present our New Balance Player of the Game, Monte Morris.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
But I'm curious to see, will they go for a 2 to tie or a 3 to win it all?
1 Nuggets with some changes. Cole, he's checked in for Millsap, and Monte Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers. So it's the Clippers now.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
You know what? Their focus right now, every possession has to yield points.
Here's Oturu. Here's Leonard. Count.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Denver calls timeout. That'll be a 5-second call. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Off the inbound. It's off. And a big mental mistake as they get called for the timeout when they had none remaining. And they're going to pay for it with maybe the rarest of technical fouls.
Yeah, major mental lapse there. And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And Leonard no good on that one.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. And just about to get underway as the starting five. It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday. D.A.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there with Harrison. Then it's Michael Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Bull in at center.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Puts it up. Pass to Jokic. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Jokic inside, covered by Lillard, and he gets it to go.
Well, people try to be aggressive with Jokic, but it doesn't bother him much on that kind of possession.
Lillard outside. Count it.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
On the wing, Porter. Harrison passes to Bull. The Nuggets moving the ball around to the paint. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Sent away. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the wing on the left. Back to Harrison. Porter in the corner. And stolen by Lillard. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. And the basket by McCollum.
Not bothered by getting hit on that play, probably because CJ is capable in the air to make an adjustment.
Here's Harrison. Down low. Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. On the wing, Porter. And the slam dunk by McGee. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Three-pointer, Lillard. That one misses. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Harrison. Here's Porter. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Lillard outside. Over Bull. Lillard misses.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Releases. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Now, here's Millsap following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Millsap kicks to Green. Now, here's Howard.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. The offensive rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Snatched up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. At the elbow, Green. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Jones, and it's sent back by Millsap. Here's Najee. It's deflected. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. "17 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Denver with the rebound. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 6. And the second quarter. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his up.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. Here's McCollum. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Bull, the pass to Harrison. Denver passing it around. And it's Jokic in the corner. Back to McGee. Passes it to Bull. And McGee kicks to Harrison. Shot clock at 6. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Denver shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Lillard. Dishes it to Covington. Back to Lillard. Puts up a 3. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Bull.
Well, you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
Oh, free throws good from Lillard.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Harrison passes to Bull. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. Not happening that time. His second miss in 5 shots. Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum dishes to Powell. He kicks it to Covington. Lillard with no one around. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jokic getting out and running. That's a huge plus for this offense, determined to beat some people up the court.
It's McCollum on the wing over Jokic. Portland again missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Count that one. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Powell, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. The shot's good. Nurkic has got his first points of the game.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
And so they foul intentionally. A different look for Denver. Green, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Porter. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Stolen by McCollum. Covington with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Covington passes to Powell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now it's just a 4-point Denver lead.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
And they go to the intentional foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And here's Jokic. He's got 6. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
On the wing, Gordon. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. They get it back. And foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. And Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 6. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Anthony gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the right side. Jokic. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Just competing right now. Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
An easy 2 points on the layup. Simons has got 6 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Nuggets lead by 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are leading by 4. Kenny, what was your impression? And that'll do.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Porter, Harrison out there with Jokic. Then there's Bull, and it's McGee in at the small forward position. And the dunk by Bull.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Lillard outside. It's Powell on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 5 points in the game.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Harrison scanning the floor from about 16. That one a little long. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 3. And it's good for 2. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Nurkic's getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Here's Harrison. That shot is off. And it's Portland the other way. Here's McCollum. Count that one. McCollum's got the lead up to 1 now for Portland.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Porter. They get it again. Jokic on the follow.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Lillard attacking. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 10 points.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And a wide open look for Porter. Hits the 3-point bomb. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
They feel like there's nowhere on the floor where you can really get away from Michael Porter Jr. The 3 ball goes that time.
Lillard from outside. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
The pass to Jokic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. McCollum left side. Here's Powell. 7 points in the game. Covington with it. Powell finds Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. They get it back. Pass to McCollum. Over Jokic. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. And it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And stolen by Lillard. Jumps up. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Pass to Simons. Kicks to Cantor. Simons surveying the D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A coachable kid. Cantor uses that little up fake, causes the defender to overreact.
And Cantor drops them both. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. On the wing, Gordon. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Nuggets have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Now, here is Morris. There's the triple. And Cantor pulls it down. Jones, the pass to Anthony. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Yep, it counts. Simons has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. Outside Gordon. A 3 from Morris. But they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Najee, no good. And so it's Portland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Portland, we've got C.J. McCollum. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Campazzo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Here's McCollum. Passes it to Simons. Back to McCollum. The dish to Kanter. McCollum outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Kanter. Lets it go from 11. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
It's stolen by Anthony. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
I can't take Melo for granted on defense, that time with the active hands to help come away with the steal.
Millsap finds Porter. Here's Jokic. Takes a three. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game. And a wide open look for McCollum. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. A 12-point game. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Now McCollum. Takes the three. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Right wing. Back to Anthony. 3-pointer. No good. Shot missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And the second chance points haven't come as easily to them as they did in that first half. Those are valuable points they're missing out on.
And here's McCollum for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A different look for Denver. Bol comes in for Paul Millsap. And JaVale McGee subbed in for Green. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Jokic passes to Bol. 14 feet away. Lillard with the rebound. The Blazers on offense. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Covington with it, now guarded by Porter. Lillard fires away from way outside. Offensive rebound. Covington kicks to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. The shot by Powell, no good. The Nuggets trail by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Lillard outside. And it's McCollum in the corner. 3-pointer. The pass to Powell. It's Covington on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. The shot by Powell, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Powell finds Lillard. Nurkic up top. Back to Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. The city attending. Losing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there at Bol. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in at the 1. It's good. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Offensive rebound. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Doncic left side. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got his second basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Jokic. Over Kleba. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Now, here's Richardson. He's guarded closely.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Denver shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he makes the first.
And like his father, Manu, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Doncic outside. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Harrison. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. On the Mavericks with possession here. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Here's Rivers, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Kleba against Rivers, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Here's Doncic. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
It's deflected, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. So both teams making some changes here. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And another miss by Denver.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Offensive rebound. Here's Porzingis. The pass to Brunson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Denver making a switch here. Green's checked in. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. Campazzo, Brunson covering. That gives them the lead.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside for Redick. Back to Brunson. Buries the 7-footer.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Morris looking over the floor. Outside Millsap. Passes to Gordon. A 3-ball. The offensive rebound. The shot's good from McGee.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Here's Brunson. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass. Turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Haji, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Gordon against Powell. Gordon dishes to Millsap. Morris right side. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
To the inside, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Gets it off, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Nuggets ahead. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Trey Burke. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Cauley Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Six to shoot. McGee trying to break free. Second chance shot. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 4, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Burke. Gordon's checked in for Porter. Both good from the line that time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Harrison scanning the floor. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
The towering presence
that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
To the wing right side. Inside. And it's blocked. Here's Gordon. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Burke, the pass to Kleba. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Rivers, and then Rivers with the dunk.
Well, you love to see Austin Rivers attack. This guy has the frame and the game to make the dribble drive.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and stolen by Gordon. Here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
No good on that one. Rivers gets a wide open look. That one off the back iron and out.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Up again. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 6.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
1:53 left now here in the second. Bull, that's good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Burke. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. The Nuggets leading by 6. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Jokic. The tray. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 4-point Nugget lead.
Very hard to contend with a player with the size and touch and well-rounded offensive game that Kristaps Porzingis has.
Jokic trying to free himself up. The shot by Harrison, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
There's Harrison, guarded by Doncic, and that one's good. Harrison.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Burke has it in the corner. Porzingis inside. Doncic outside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long-distance alley-oop just...
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 4.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Bull.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We've got Aaron Gordon. He's out there with Monte Morris. Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. It's Najee in at the 4-man position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more. Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. Here's Morris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
And Doncic, here we go. Here's Porzingis. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Morris outside. Gordon the pass to Najee. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays, there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Morris passes to McGee. For Porzingis, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Campazzo, Millsap trying to get open. And here's Brunson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Porter. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
And Porter, here we go.
Just using those long strides to just kind of knife through the teeth of the defense. Porter daring them to hit him on that one.
The Nuggets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Denver making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Here's Brunson. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And the layup falls. Brunson's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
It's Rivers on the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. It's Rivers on the wing. There's Porter with the 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Boy, you better be mindful of that wingspan that Jokic possesses, especially when he's attacking the backboard.
Brunson with it. No good with the layup. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Bol, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. And Dallas also making a switch. Kleba's checked in. And so it's Dallas with it. It's a one-point game. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Pass to Rivers. Here's Bol. Kleba with the rebound.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Bol kicks to Rivers. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Clock is at 3. Rivers finds Porter from deep three-point range. The Nuggets with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Elbow. 2.
First free throw is good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And Richardson drops them both. The Nuggets trail by 5. Now Rivers. Out to the wing. Harrison passes to Rivers. Bol. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. There's the pass to Richardson. Passes it to Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. Just 4 to shoot. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Porter. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Rivers.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Doncic right side. It's intercepted. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Goes up, and the dunk by Doncic.
What a basketball mind when you think about Luka Doncic. This guy in the break is exploiting defenses.
Pass to Jokic. 18 feet out, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Nikola Jokic. The Mavericks also with a sub. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shooting for Denver.
First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
We are talking about a clever scorer. Luka Doncic has developed such a knack for getting to the free throw line.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Rivers, and it's blocked. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Back to Doncic. Here's Porzingis, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Porzingis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. So it's the Mavericks now. 1:07 left to play here in the 4th. That's to Porzingis. No good on that one. And Denver the other way now.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Doncic looking it over. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
And a wide open look for Porter. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Back to Hardaway. High post shot. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
for the land of the...
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K's Payday.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Michael Porter's out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in at the 2. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is McGee. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Bull, that's good. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Morris passes to Jokic. Shoots. Buries the easy one.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And the pass to Zubac. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Beverley. 6 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Zubac. Porter against Morris. Pulls up. And again, it's Denver.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now, here's Zubac. Back to Beverley. Outside for George. Here's Beverley. Over Bull. Stolen by McGee. Stolen by George. Leonard, that's for 2. Denver grabs the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. So for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Shaquille Harris comes in for Monte Morris. Now here's Rondo. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Millsap. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Here's Rondo, and Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Jackson deciding where to go with it. Looking to end the run. Harrison with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Rivers can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 9.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show. And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Here's Jackson. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Here's Gordon, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Gordon's got his second bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Jackson, and it's good, 2 points.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes, can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Harrison. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside for Millsap. Back to Harrison. Down low. Here's Gordon. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Oturu. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Here's Harrison. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Austin Rivers. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Harrison in at the shooting guard position. Clippers with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bucket is good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Morris finds Jokic. Makes it off the glass.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Morris outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also like the attack off the bounce. I mean, they're taking the initiative here in terms of getting into the lane and forcing the defense to collapse.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. George passes to Zubac. Over Bull. Rebound by the Nuggets.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in, and a switch here also for Denver. Green's checked in. George against Jokic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They lead by 7. Up top, Rivers. Defended by Beverly. Rivers can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. A 3 from Leonard. Morris kicks to Beverly. Zubats with it. Picked up by Rivers. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Clippers now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Now Beverly. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pocket 2. Morris finds Zubats.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Najee passes to Harrison. Outside Millsap. It's Rivers on the wing. The 9-foot shot. And it's off the back rim. No good. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Morris. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Count that one. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Here's Harrison. There's 47 seconds left here in the second. And that one is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Nuggets leading by 5. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Nuggets making a change here. Here's Harrison. Guarded by Jackson. Harrison passes to Porter. There's the dish to Green. Oh, Porter in position.
And guys, he has all the makings of an elite scorer. Porter combines size, athleticism, and terrific shot-making ability. That is rare.
Rondo looking over the floor. Millsap with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. It's deflected. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And so it's Denver heading to the bench. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point. And
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Really an incredible game from Bol Bol.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Now, here's Jokic. Paul George grabs the miss. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
And here is Morris. And that one, good. And the Nuggets lead by 7. And Los Angeles guys shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. George dishes to Beverly. Morris looking over the floor. Here's Zubac. Goes back up. Pass to Leonard. Fires from deep. They get the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bull with it. Working on Zubats. Bull can't hit.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Here's Leonard. And no good. Now Denver takes it the other way.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's George. Bull making his last shot.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kicks it out to Leonard. Clock at 6. Back to Beverly. Fires the 3. Here's Zubats. Feeds it to Leonard. Trying to end the drought. A second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Bull.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. Jermichael Green comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Harrison in for Morris. Here's Harrison.
Get there.
The pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And good that time. Jokic has got 8 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Oturu.
Now, this is what his coaches like to see. Jackson making an effort to distribute the ball in that situation.
Passes to Green. Jokic against Rondo. From down low. And that one drops for him. He's got 10.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Now here's Jackson. He has 6. Pass to Oturu. Zubats trying to break loose. Oh, offensive interference. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubats. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Stolen by Jackson. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
You know, when Rondo is at his most effective, he's setting up people, but he's also getting some points for himself on the perimeter. Then the passing lanes really open up for him, and he can give you real headaches when that happens.
Rivers passes to Harrison. Back to Rivers. Pass to Harrison. To the paint. With 1 on the clock. In deep. Gordon drops it in. Gordon's got 6. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And Denver will start the 4th quarter with Harrison out there with Morris. And it's Green Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Millsap in at the 5 spot.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The shot comes out. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Back to Leonard. Out to Morris. He dishes it to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 11 points. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And they double up Gordon. Paul George with the steal. To the middle. And George with the stop.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Out left to the wing. Denver passing it around. Now the pass to Najee. Back to Harrison. Here's Najee. He's covered by Leonard. Millsap has the open look. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers trail by 6, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Jokic tries the double. That one goes. Count it. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Here's Zubac. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moment.
Jackson against Morris. Passes it to Jokic. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jackson has the open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, they're getting stopped, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Jokic tries the double. He kicks it to Bull. Back to Jokic. 17-foot shot on the way. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
Zubac finds Leonard. Outside Jackson. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
So for the Clippers, Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's McGee. It counts.
He really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
And George kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
And it's Paul George with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Jokic is really a jack-of-all-trades kind of player. This big fella has multiple skills, and there's not much he doesn't do well.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there at goal. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Morris in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the small forward. And finished off by Porter.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Nurkic finds Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Shoots the three. Denver grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Now, here's Lillard. Portland again missing.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to...
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Hollis Jefferson, great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Rivers against Powell. Floats it up for Jokic. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now here's Lillard. Basket good.
Well, talking about Lillard, he's so good as a scorer in the paint. I mean, probably just as good as any point guard.
For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Morris. Jokic trying to free himself up. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
And it's Lillard missing.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now here's Lillard. Following the miss by Austin Rivers. Kept alive.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now here's Jokic. No good on the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That puts them in the lead. Lillard's got 5. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
McCollum outside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Harrison scanning the floor. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Cullen passes to Simons. And that one is hammered home.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Anthony's shot is off. And so Green will bring it up for Denver. 4-point game. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Kanter. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Trailblazers out in front, up by... When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Anthony. Also, Enes Kanter out there. Jones is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Lillard outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Lillard has a scorer's mentality. He's tremendous at going strong and earning a trip to the line.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And here's Gordon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5 to shoot. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
And they get it back. And they're running. There's Hollis-Jefferson. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
That's a 2 from Lillard. That shot off. And Denver the other way now.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
And Covington sends it back. Hollis-Jefferson in the post. Takes it out to Covington. The pass to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep it
Jokic inside. Defended by Covington.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Here's Jokic. Shot to stop the run. Nurkic with the block. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Nurkic kicks to Covington. Lillard from outside. Porter pulls it in.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Rebounded by Covington. Portland leading by 7. Here's McCollum. The shot, no good.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Here's Porter. They grabbed their own miss. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Morris against Lillard. Yes, that goes in.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Rivers looking over the floor. Misses in close. And here's Portland. Big stretch here going 10-2. Jokic with the steal. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Hollis Jefferson. And stolen by Lillard. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And a wide open look for McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. No good on that one. And so that brings the first half to a close. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They played. And that's a wrap. With
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
So on the floor for Denver, Monte Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got the first field goal of the second half for the Trailblazers. The Nuggets trail by 10.
And Yusuf Nurkic missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing. Now, what confidence from the rangy swing man. I mean, he knows what it takes to convert from there.
On the wing, Porter. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to Powell. Inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. That 3 off the mark. Outside Covington. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Powell, no one around him, gets the three-pointer to fall. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Rivers gets a wide open look. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Kanter. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Back to Jones. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Now McCollum. And the basket is good. What did they think of you in a New York Knicks uniform? Legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Good. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
They lost their edge on D here in the second half. I mean, far too passive. They're not dictating the pace anymore.
Outside Gordon. To stop the run, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Trailblazers leading by 12. And here's McCollum for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Harrison. It's blocked.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Powell, he's checked in for Portland. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Launches it. A shot off that time, and it's Denver the other way. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Rivers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Powell for 3. Kicks it out to Jones. Passes it to Simons. Powell for 3. Hands it from downtown. Powell's got 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Rivers, and it's denied.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Anthony, the pass to Powell. Now Cantor, guarded by Green. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Anthony kicks to Jones. Here's Simons. And it's off from three-point range. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Millsap. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And since Millsap joined the league back in 2006, grit has been his calling card. Some contact won't stop him from attacking.
For the Trailblazers, Hollis Jefferson comes in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anferny Simons. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in. Lillard fires away from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got the lead up to 14 now for Portland. Morris passes to Millsap. And another miss by Denver.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
It makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Yusuf Nurkic, Robert Covington out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Morris.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Morris looking over the floor. Rivers kicks to Morris. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And there's the pass to Powell. Lillard from outside sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 11 in the second half.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
And a wide open look for Porter. They get it back. Jokic kicks to Porter. The 3 nailed from three-point land.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's, even back in high school, shot 47% as a senior.
Nobody near Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Jokic with it, fires the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Beyond the arc. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
It's good.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Morris against Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. To the wing on the left. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Rocket 6. Get the shot. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 14. Down low, here's Green. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Lillard way outside. Portland again missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again. Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
Lillard surveying the D. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. Down by 12.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
I'm just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
McCollum's checked in for Portland. Bowl, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Here's Rivers. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Portland leading by 12. It's McCollum on the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Lillard.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And Jokic drops them both.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. Out to the right wing. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 31 points.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Portland with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Covington finds Powell. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown... The city of Dallas, Texas. The location. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for DA.
Hey, Kevin, the map.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the point guard position. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
The 15-footer. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And here are the Mavericks now. Doncic feeling it out. The layup off target.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively. Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Now, here's Doncic following the miss by Jokic. And that one, good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Jokic after Luka Doncic's bucket. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Porter outside. Mavericks with the rebound. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
The ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Pass to Kleba. And stolen by Bull. Out in his own on the break.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis at the elbow. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
Here's Harrison. Passes it to Rivers. Now, here's Bull. Kleba defending. From outside the arc. The putback. Rivers kicks to Harrison. No good from outside. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. Back to Doncic. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
He gets it in there. Rivers has got his second basket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Finished off the break.
Richardson doing a great job in transition. Has good speed that time. Accelerates in the open floor.
Morris outside. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Cauley-Stein goes in. Kicks it out to Richardson. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, he's allowed to get in there, and once he does, he's aggressive enough to play through contact.
Here's Chunchar, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
They've got J.J. Redick. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot. It's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The Mavericks leading. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. And now they decide to foul intentionally. They double him with Green. And Redick kicks to Hardaway. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Like that he gets out and runs that time. That's well within the wheelhouse of Austin Rivers, finishing on the break.
Redick finds Powell. Here's Burke, and it's sent back by Millsap. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Porter's running, count it, good. Rivers has got the lead up to 2 now for Denver.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And here is Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Burke. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Redick with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Redick dishes to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Now, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
There's the pass to Gordon. Misses the 3. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. To the inside. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And the Nuggets with some changes. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. 6 to shoot.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The shot by Harrison, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Richardson's checked in.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
1:05 left in the first half. The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
And here's Morris for three. Outside Gordon. He feeds it to McGee. Lets it go from 11. Leans inside. It's rebounded by Brunson.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Porzingis finds Doncic. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Now Gordon. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Morris outside. Pass to Chunchard. Stolen. Got it off in time. That one doesn't drop. So that'll be it for the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So out there for the Nuggets right now. Cole is out there with Jokic. And it's Rivers, then it's Porter, and it's Harrison in at the point guard. Dallas leading by 4. Out to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Wide open. Rebound by the Nuggets.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Harrison passes to Bull. Here's Jokic. Porter against Porzingis. Porter, no luck. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here's the break. Ball's knocked loose. Doncic with the steal. Here's Richardson, and the shot goes down. Richardson's got the first bucket of the third here for the Mavs.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Porzingis against Jokic. Fires from the wing. That misses off the backboard.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board. Now, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Porzingis with the rebound. Dallas leading by 6.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Campazzo, guarded by Hardaway. Campazzo, it's deflected, and they're able to recover from downtown. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14.
Just competing right now. Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dwight Powell. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Right side, Redick. 1:30 left to play in the third. The Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Gordon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got his first points in this one.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Here's Brunson. Morris with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Here's Gordon, and the layup is good. Now just a 4-point Maverick lead.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Here's Porzingis.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. That free throw good from Porzingis.
Well, after the boos on draft night when he got to the league, you could immediately recognize the unique talents of Kristaps Porzingis, and he keeps trying to raise the bar for himself. An exciting young player for the league.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Burke. Here's Chunshaw. Morris kicks to Gordon. Gordon with another miss. Here's Chunshaw. Guarded by Hardaway.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Brunson, good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Morris against Brunson. Morris looking over the floor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good for Morris. So he gets them both. Doncic with it from deep. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
That free throw good from Harrison. And so he hits both. Dallas leading by 4. Now here's Doncic. Porzingis finds Kleba. Rob. Now here's Bull. Not a lot of room. Outside Porter. It's stolen. And here we go. The Mavericks Starts in a fast break. Powered down as the whistle blows. A 3-point. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jokic using all 7 feet there. Good effort by the serve.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Rivers. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And the layup falls.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Harrison passes to Jokic. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter. Doncic outside. And they pick up 2.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Here's Harrison. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Pass to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Porter against Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around to the left wing. Here's Finney Smith. Oh, good on the triple. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. On the wing, Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
They've done very, very well in transition. The problems have come in other areas, which is why they're trailing.
Doncic. That shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 3 to the paint. Millsap with it. He's picked up by Doncic. There's Harrison. Able defending. Off with the layup. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. 46 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
Looks like Josh Richardson is always seeking a shot, this time looking for contact as well.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Harrison scanning the floor. From deep. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Doncic outside. It counts.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
It drops, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Doncic left side. High post try. Good.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Alden.